Good afternoon, Fantasy Bay. Mike Williams here with another Week 11 game preview. And today we're going to be going over the Panthers versus the Falcons. Let's get it started. All right, so we're going to start with the Panthers. Actually, we're going to start with the spread and the over-under. The over-under is 49 points. The spread is -4.5 for the Panthers. And I have a new stat for you. Implied points. That's basically where you take the over-under and the spread and decide what points Vegas is expecting each team to have. So the implied point total for the Panthers this week is 26.8, and the implied point total for the Falcons is 22.3. Again, that's just expecting the Panthers to win by 4.5 points. All right, so let's get into the game. Kyle Allen. He's been playing all right for the last couple games. Against Tennessee, he had 19. Against Green Bay, he had 16. That's not bad at all. He's been getting anywhere between 150 to 300 yards a game. I don't see him as an upside play, but I do think that he has a decent floor to where if you want to play him against the Falcons, I think it's fine. I have him as a low or a high-end quarterback too against the Falcons that allow the sixth most fantasy points to the quarterback position at 22.6. I think he has a fine game. I definitely think if you're in a pinch, you can start him. DJ Moore has been playing fantastic. 21 fantasy points, 17 last game. You got to follow the targets. Last three games, 9, 10, 11. My man is getting targeted. And anytime you have high targets, the odds are you're going to have more yards. You're going to have more touchdowns, more opportunity. Opportunity is king in fantasy football, and my man is getting the targets. So I think that he's a great play against Atlanta. They have a terrible secondary, one of the worst in the league, allowing 26.8 points a game to the wide receiver position. Absolutely awful. Fire him up. I have him as a wide receiver 2. And getting to Curtis Samuel, I also think he's a good play this week. Again, the Falcons defense is terrible, so I have him as a wide receiver 3 to flex play. I think he's a good play this week. He should be fine. He's been getting a decent amount of targets as well. All right, let's get to Christian McCaffrey. He is an absolute monster. I don't really need to go into any more detail because you're playing him no matter who he's playing. He's a freak of nature. Greg Olsen actually had a pretty good game. He had 8 receptions off of 10 targets, 17 fantasy points. Looks like the rookie's starting to rely on him a little bit. I think that's going to be very good for his fantasy value moving forward. Oh, that's my alarm to tell me to get to work. All right, and I think that the Panthers defense is borderline. So if you want to start them, I think you can. I think they're a fringe top 12 play. All right, let's go to the Falcons. Man, they've been decimated with some injuries. Luckily, though, Matt Ryan's back. He was out for a couple games, but he's back, and he looks fine. He even ran for the first down a couple times, which I was pretty surprised about. I think Matt Ryan's a great start this week. I'm not too scared against the Panthers. I know that the Panthers' defense against the quarterback is pretty good, only allowing 15.8 points a game, but I think Matt Ryan slams that. They looked great last week. Julio Jones. I think Julio Jones and you're obviously starting Julio Jones. I think you can start Calvin Ridley as well. I'm not afraid of this secondary for the Panthers. They're middle of the pack. And I think Calvin Ridley is going to just start getting more and more targets. There's a reason they traded Mohamed Sanu. And with Hooper going down, as well as Devontae Freeman, they're going to need somewhere to throw the ball. And I think Calvin Ridley is going to slowly start getting some more and more targets, more and more touches. And opportunity is king, and he's very talented. He's shown last year that he can have a blow-up amazing game. So I don't think this is a blow-up game, but I do think this is a better game than he's been having. 6 points, 13, 7. No, I definitely think he comes through with at least double-digit fantasy points this week. Look out for him for 80 and a touchdown. Devontae Freeman is injured. I believe he's going to be out a week or two. With Ito Smith on IR. Brian Hill coming through with the start. and he's not going to have any competition. It's just going to be him. Now, here's the thing. Everybody's harping over this 20 attempt situation. But if you actually watch that game, the Saints were down and coming back, so the Falcons were running the clock out. I don't think that the Falcons are going to be running the clock out in every game, so I'm not expecting him to have a guaranteed 20 touches. Now, 20 touches in like 2 quarters is a very solid amount of touches, but I don't think that he's going to be a touch hog. I think he's going to have a good game, and I do think that he's going to get touches, but I'm not under the impression that this is now a run-first offense, because it's not going to be. With their starting running back out, their backup running back out, and they're on the third string running back, I think that he gets utilized, but I don't think that he is the primary focus of the offense. Oh, poor Austin Hooper. I already talked about him being out. I believe he's going to be out for about a month. And I'm not starting the Atlanta Falcons defense. That's going to do it, Fantasy Bay. If you have any questions, hit me up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my social media down below. And good luck this week. Peace.